Hello, my lovely wolf pack, and welcome back to the Lone Wolf Show, brought to you by Wolfpack Media, the most entertaining place on YouTube for your news and commentary. I'm your host, Justin Huseman, founder and news contributor. We have a great show today, and I cannot wait to get started, but before we do, make sure you smash that like button, subscribe to the channel, share the show with all your friends and everyone you know, and join the pack today. Alright guys, so quick reminder that Wolfpack Media is still taking donations. So if you like the show and you like what we do here at the channel, you can show your support by donating today and cash apping us here, $, Wolfpack Media. And also do not forget that this donation pool is also a raffle. So if you donate $10 or more today, your name will be entered to win this Wolfpack Media plushie. You wanted the plushie. You wanted the plushie. But yeah, if you like the show, guys, go ahead and donate today. We really appreciate your support. And also, guys, I had to say something real quick, too, because we are now at 96 subscribers on YouTube, and our 100th subscriber is going to be winning a free Wolfpack Media merch box. So make sure you find us on YouTube at Wolfpack Media 92 and subscribe today for a chance to win that merch box. Just had to remind you guys that merch box is still on the table, but we only need 4 more subscribers and then we'll be giving that away. So yeah, make sure you guys subscribe. Anyway, let's get to the news. On to the news here. My friends, Mexico is on fire. Monday, it was reported the infamous Mexican cartel leader by the name of El Mencho was killed in an operation by the Mexican military. And shortly after this news broke, multiple attacks in several cities across Mexico were conducted by the Jalisco New Generation Cartel, or the CJNG. We are still getting reports that the cartel was bombing cars and public transportation, and even attacks on airports were reported, such as the Guadalajara International Airport. Now, this does seem to me like a retaliatory attack by the Mexican cartels on Mexico's tourist economy and their infrastructure. It's getting pretty crazy over there, guys. But let's go ahead and take a look at the news on it, because, yeah, I don't know. This is some wild shit. And also, yeah, guys, my girlfriend does have family that's over there at Puerto Vallarta right now. So I do want to go ahead and ask you guys to keep them in your prayers. Keep everybody, all the Americans and everybody down there, just pray for them, man, because this is some wild shit going on right now. So taking a look at the news here, we have this from Reuters. Visit by romantic partner led to El Mencho killing. 25 Mexican troops killed after the raid as it happened. Wow. Let's see here. We are wrapping up our coverage of the fallout from Sunday's dramatic events in Mexico. Scheinbaum and 2 ministers disclosed fresh details about the operation that killed drug cartel boss Asierga on Sunday and the violence that followed. Known as El Mencho, or El Mencho, I don't know, I can't read names, you guys know that. Asierga was the mastermind of the powerful Jalisco New Generation Cartel, among the main Mexican criminal organizations involved in smuggling drugs such as fentanyl to the United States. Scheinbaum said order has now been restored after cartel members on Sunday reacted to the news of El Mencho's demise by blocking roads with burning vehicles and setting fire to supermarkets and other businesses in more than half a dozen states. This is absolute anarchy, dude. I don't care what anybody says, dude. Like the Mexican government saying, "Oh, it's all under control." Yeah, like I really believe freaking Scheinbaum at this point. because as you guys probably know, the cartels basically run everything in Mexico. There's no doubt in my mind. I mean, we've seen from assassinations of multiple mayors from multiple cities, to even more assassinations on high level government officials over there. It's basically normalized there. If you don't work with the cartels, then you're pretty much screwed. Anyway, I'll read on here. At the same press conference in Mexico City, Security Minister Omar Garcia Harfach, Harfach, I don't know how to pronounce your name either, bro, said 25 members of the National Guard and one security guard had died in retaliatory cartel attacks. Defense Secretary Ricardo Trevilla broke down in tears during the press conference as he offered his condolences to the families of the dead troops. Wow. Uh, they're over there killing troops. I don't know, man. I don't know how anybody in their right mind, like, don't go to Mexico, guys. Don't go vacationing in Mexico. Don't be in Mexico. It is virtually a third world fucking country, man. I don't care. I don't care what anybody says at this point. I'm seeing videos coming out of this shit. Like, whole cities just on fire. You just see plumes of smoke everywhere in the streets. And I'm like, it looks like a goddamn civil war, bro. Like, I'm sorry, but... And I'm sorry to Mexican people, but your country is a fucking third world country. This is not first world problems. Just fucking saying. Anyway, let's read here. We got flights to and from Puerto Vallarta expected to resume. There, so hopefully Americans are getting out of there. I know that they were ordering all Americans to, like, basically get the fuck out. They were canceling flights everywhere. But it looks like Scheinbaum said she expects flights to resume on Monday or Tuesday. I don't know if that happened. I really have to apologize for reporting this late for you guys. I'm late reporting this. I was supposed to report on this like Monday or Tuesday, but I ended up getting really busy, so I do apologize. I'm reporting on this late for y'all, but hopefully we can kind of figure some things out. Let's see here. Authorities on lookout for any Jalisco cartel power struggles. Yeah, there was also struggles going on. Like turf wars, basically, from what I'm seeing. Security Minister Omar Garcia Harfach told the press conference that the authorities were closely monitoring for any kind of reaction or restructuring within the Jalisco New Generation cartel that could lead to violence following Al Mencho's death. In the past, the deaths are removals of cartel bosses have triggered violent succession struggles. Yeah. We have this from our president here in the United States. President Trump urges Mexico to step up efforts against cartels. Great interview of American patriot Derek Maltz by wonderful Fox and Friends host Lawrence Jones, who is terrific. Mexico must step up their efforts on cartels and drugs. Yeah. While Scheinbaum's press conference was underway in Mexico City, U.S. President Donald Trump called on Mexico to boost its efforts targeting drug cartels. Yeah, we'll see if any of that happens. I don't know. This shit's getting completely out of control. I also wanted to go ahead, guys, and take a look here. We have this from Axios. It has a little bit more information on the on the operation that took place there in Mexico. Mexico killed Al Mencho. Here's how and what we know about the U.S.'s role. Let's see. Yeah, there has been reports that the CIA and other intel agencies are how they got the intel that they got involving this Al Mencho fellow. Let's go ahead and read here from Axios. Mexican security forces killed Nemesio Ruben Osiergo Cervantes. Wow, that is a mouthful. I do always wonder what is with Mexicans and their long ass names. Why do I feel like I have to like read a paragraph to say your name? Anyway, the country's most wanted drug lord, following information from the U.S. that assisted in Sunday's operation, the Trump administration and Mexico's defense ministry said President Trump has for months pressed Mexican officials to target drug cartels in the U.S., had offered a reward of up to $15 million for information leading to the arrest of Asiego Cervantes, known as El Mencho, who led the Jalisco New Generation Cartel, a designated terrorist organization in the United States. So freaking insane. Yeah, it makes you wonder though too, like why if the Mexican government is so like on this, how come they haven't designated any of these cartels as terrorist groups? I don't know. U.S. tourists were among those affected after violence erupted in multiple cities following the death of El Mencho, which Mexico's defense ministry said on X occurred after the Mexican military came under attack while flying the detained cartel leader to Mexico City. So it seems like they had arrested him, and then in an attempt to probably free him from capture, the cartel attack these guys, attack the Mexican military. That is ballsy, man. That is some ballsy shit, if I do say so myself. You would never see like some street gang here in America like attacking US troops. That's why I say, I mean, stay out of Mexico, man. This is not a place for like your average everyday people. This is a dangerous place to live, where apparently like the military can be attacked by your average street gang. But I guess I suppose that the cartel isn't your average street gang, but still still makes you wonder. Anyway, let's read on here the threat level. Mexican President Claudia Sheinbaum Pardo argued residents via posts urged residents. I can't read today. Urged residents via posts on to her social media accounts to remain calm. In the U.S. Embassy in Mexico urged Americans to shelter in place in multiple states after images showed vehicles set on fire and smoke rising above beachfront hotels in Puerto Vallarta, Pacific coastal resort town. U.S. tourists were among those stranded in Puerto Vallarta. As Air Canada announced it was canceling flights to and from the town's airport due to the ongoing security situation. Delta, American Airlines, and Alaskan Airlines reported cancellations and delays in the tourist hub. Scheinbaum noted that in most parts of the country, activities are proceeding normally, and there were no immediate reports of civilian casualties. Yeah, not yet. Not yet. Let's see here. In Guadalajara, here's some crazy shit. In Guadalajara, Jalisco's capital, and one of the 2026 World Cup host cities, gunfire was reported, and armed men that local reporters said on X were suspected CJNG members appeared to set a gas station alight in the city where CJNG was founded in 2009. The U.S. Embassy noted in its online statement that roadblocks have impacted airline operations, with some domestic and international flights canceled in both Guadalajara and Puerto Vallarta. All taxis and ride shares were suspended in Puerto Vallarta, and some businesses had suspended operations, according to the embassy. Yeah, I seen like maybe. Yeah, I seen quite a few videos coming out of there. People just showing it was basically a ghost town over there. Reading on, Mexico's military came under attack while transporting the 59 years old, and running a goddamn cartel. Who does crime at 59 years old, you know? It's like almost retirement age. El Mencho, and returned fire, according to the Mexican Defense Ministry. Security forces killed 4 cartel members, and 3 others later died of their injuries, including El Mencho, per the Post. Authorities detained 2 cartel members, and various weaponry and armored vehicles were seized. Armored vehicles, including rocket launchers capable of downing aircraft and destroying armored vehicles. I'd like to know, where exactly are these guys getting military grade weapons? Gee, I wonder. Obama, Biden. Anyway, a December 2024 U.S. State Department online post announcing an increased reward for the arrest and/or conviction of Al Mincho described the leader and co-founder of CJ&G as a fugitive. Since 2017, Asiego Cervantes has been indicted several times in the United States for drug trafficking, according to the Post. Most recently, in April 2022, Asiego was charged with engaging in a continuing criminal enterprise conspiracy to manufacture and distribute methamphetamine, cocaine, and fentanyl for importation into the United States, and use of a firearm during and in retaliation to drug trafficking crimes. Jesus. Bad guys here. These are not to be messed with people. His cartel is one of the largest, most violent drug trafficking organizations operating in Mexico, and is responsible for exporting tons of quantities of cocaine. Jesus, tonnage. It says tonnage quantities. It's a weird way to say that, but yeah. Cocaine, methamphetamine, and illicit opioids into the United States, per a Justice Department statement announcing the January indictment of a suspected CJ&G senior leader. The Mexican Defense Ministry said in its statement that for the what is that word? What is that word? Excrucian, I guess, of the excursion. I don't know that word. Guys. Sorry. Of this operation, in addition to the central military intelligence efforts within the framework of bilateral coordination and cooperation with the USA, American authorities provided information that assisted with the operation. Yeah, that's insane. Yeah, I don't know, guys. There's reports. I'm hearing reports through the pipeline that their statement that the Mexican military pulled off this operation is hogwash. So maybe let me know what you think down in the comments. Was this the U.S.? Was it certainly seems to me that it was at least U.S. pressured for sure. The arrest of this guy that turned out to be apparently a bad idea. Let's see, I'll read on here. The Washington Post and Reuters reported an unnamed U.S. defense official saying Mexico's military conducted the operation from a joint U.S.-Mexico task force that regularly works. Yeah, let me know what you think in the comments, guys. This is some pretty insane situations, if I do say so myself. This task force that regularly works with the Mexican military through United States Northern Command, or NORTHCOM, which oversees American operations in both nations. Representatives for the Pentagon and NORTHCOM both said via Sunday evening emails that they had no information to provide on the matter, adding this was a Mexican military. Yeah, see, that just right there tells me that, I think the United States had a little bit more to do with this than they're ever going to tell us, obviously. I assume it has something to do with national security, that they're not wanting to tell us their secrets. Let's see. Yeah, they said that they had no information to provide on the matter, adding this was a Mexican military operation and refer you back to the Mexican government for more information. Yeah. But I don't believe the Mexican government. I don't trust freaking President Scheinbaum as far as you can fucking throw that lady. What they're saying. U.S. Deputy Secretary of State Christopher Landau, I believe, sorry if I'm mispronouncing that, on X described Al Mincho as one of the bloodiest and most ruthless drug kingpins and called his death a great development for Mexico, I guess, until you see cities on fire. I suppose, sure. What I've seen most of the time, it's like Mexican cartels are like freaking hydras, man. You cut one head off and two more grow back, bro, and then it just usually ends up bad for your average everyday citizen in Mexico. Like you got turf war, you'll have like the cartel will like split, and because there'll be two people that'll be vying for power within the said cartel. And yeah, it's just an all around absolute mess when this kind of stuff happens. So the fact that they say it's a great development for Mexico, it's like, well, have you like read the history on cartels and the killing of their leaders? Like it never ends out too well. But that's just my opinion. If you disagree, go ahead and let me know down in the comments. Da 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 da. Great development for Mexico, the U.S., Latin America, and the world. Landu added, I am watching the scenes of violence from Mexico with great sadness and concern. It's not surprising that the bad guys are responding with terror, but we must never lose our nerve. Yeah, I would say so, guys. Well, that's all in that article. Oh, no, wait. Let's see here. Yeah, that's all. That's all for that article. But yeah, guys, I don't know. I'd say we got to pray for these people because this is not good. I've been seeing a lot of reports. I'll try to keep you guys updated on this as much as I can. I'm gonna keep reading on other articles because I've been hearing that U.S. hostages are being taken. I seen the videos coming out of Guadalajara airport. You can hear gunfire and people screaming and running away. It's the scenes are pretty grisly, to say the least. It's scary, man. And that's why I say, dude. As of right now, I mean, Americans like stay here, man. just stay in the U.S. If you want to go on vacation, man, vacation here in the U.S. There's plenty of great places to go see here. There's no reason we gotta step foot in a third world country that's government is ran by criminal entities, to say the least, I suppose. But yeah, pray for them down there, guys, because it's pretty dire straits. I'll keep reading and try to keep you guys updated on all that, but we'll go ahead and let it go there, guys. Make sure you smash that like button, subscribe to the channel. You can follow us on X and Facebook and all the other places at Wolfpack Media 92, and we will see you guys in the next episode. Peace.